Now joining us is Ohio State head coach Kevin McGuff. Coach McGuff enters his third season at the helm of the Buckeyes and returns all 5 starters from last season, including 4 players scoring in double figures and the nation's leading scorer, Kelsey Mitchell. Coach, we'll start with an opening statement from you, and then we'll open the floor to questions.
Great. Good morning, everyone. Great day to be in Chicago, obviously, and as we get closer to the basketball season. I really like our team. Obviously, I like the way we finished last year and the way we were playing. I still feel like we're young, though, because we had so many young players last year, but they certainly grew as the season went. I think we had a really good off season. We took our kids to Brazil for 10 days. Had 10 days of practice prior to that, which really helped us improve and get off to a great start with our practice this year, and I'm looking forward to the year.
We'll open the floor for questions.
I had a coach once tell me the good news is we got 5 starters coming back. The bad news is we got 5 starters coming back. So are there downfalls to having everybody maybe thinking that they've got their roles, or have you explained it to them already that they have to fight to keep them?
Yeah, we really kind of have created a culture of competition within our program, and so each year is a new year, a new beginning, and a new identity, new opportunity to build a new identity for the team, and so our players understand that. And I would tell you that there's a good chance we won't start the same kids, but we do have a lot of kids that are going to have meaningful roles, and I think at this point everyone's bought into the fact that they're going to be able to contribute to our success.
Coach, with 4 double-figure scorers returning, you were just saying about how versatile your team is. How is the added depth going to enhance how you play this season?
Well, it's going to be interesting. We played at a very fast pace last year, and so I'm hoping we can even play a little bit faster with more depth. And also, we didn't do some of the things we wanted to do defensively, especially in the full court, that I think we can do now with more players.
Good morning, Coach. Last year I was really intrigued by Alexa Hart in the post as a freshman. How, in your estimation, how good can she be? I mean, you come from a history of post players who have dominated in this conference. Do you give her that mindset? Do you even put her in that category?
She's a really interesting story. It's because she really, to her credit, surprised me last year. I thought she would really impact us on the defensive end with her shot blocking ability and her rebounding ability, but she came so far offensively. And what I think she did by the time she got to the end of the year, she's really a unique player for her size. She's got great perimeter skills and allows us to do some things that a lot of teams can't do. And so I think you'll see her obviously play around the basket with her size, but do a lot more things away from the basket this year, and should give us an opportunity to be a little different, a little more versatile with our team.
Coach, last year was the first time back to the NCAA tournament since 2012, and Kelsey Mitchell is the preseason pick for Player of the Year. With the confidence of those 2 things, how do you think that propels your squad this year?
Well, I think our players gained a lot of confidence how we played late last year in the season, but also it's not like we accomplished so much that they're complacent. So I think they're hungry to get back and to have an opportunity to play in postseason and advance. We also have a very, very difficult non-conference schedule, so we're going to have to be ready to go right from the start. And great opportunities, but going to be really, really challenging for us.
One more. Another dynamic that really intrigued me was Ameryst Alston. Prior to Kelsey Mitchell coming in, she was phenomenal, huge scorer, led the conference, that kind of thing. Does she have the Scottie Pippen-ism feeling, or how does she fit in? Is there enough basketballs to go around, really, for your squad?
Well, she averaged 20 points a game last year in her own right, and I think people sometimes forget that. But part of the issue, or part of the thing that's good for us, is we play at such a fast pace. There are a lot of shots and a lot of points to go around. And the thing about Am and Kelsey both is, number one, they just want to win. And secondly, they make their teammates better. And Am probably does that as well as anybody I've coached in a long time. She's got a great feel for the game. She's a great passer. She always seems to deliver the ball on time. I think Kelsey's really benefited playing with Am and feeding off, learning from her, from Kelsey being a very young player last year, Am being a very experienced player. So she's really, really impacted us in a lot of ways. And I think the biggest thing is she just makes people around her better.
Coach, you talk a lot, and we all talk a lot about the usual suspects. But can you comment on some of those players that you feel like will make an impact that are new to the mix this season?
Yeah. I think one person that's not new to the mix but really impacts us in a huge way, both ends of the floor, is Kate Kraft. She's a really tough kid. She plays great defense. She's got great leadership skills. Shayla Cooper also played really well at the end of the year, and she's got the athleticism and physical play that can really be a huge benefit to us. Also, Kiana Holland, who sat out last year with a knee injury, gives us a really, really great three-point shooter and probably helps us spread the floor and gives us a little more balance with having a lot of guards that attack the basket so well. I also like Michaela Waterman, who sat out last year with an injury. She's looked really good in the preseason.
Looking at the stats from last year, Kelsey and Ameryst were 1-2 in minutes played this year, and I know you want to be able to give them more rest this year, but how hard is it to sit either one of them for very long in a game?
It's hard. I mean, they're so good. They do so many great things, and it's just you have them sitting on the bench, and even though you have somebody else in there, they're just not quite as good. And as a coach, that always makes you nervous when you don't have your best players on the floor. But I would like to get to a point this year where we can get them a little bit more rest, and I think what you would see is both of them, their efficiency go up a little bit. We kind of last year with our lack of depth, we had to live with them making mistakes while tired. Hopefully we can take away some of those things.
One more question for Coach.
Hi. Wondering if you can speak on the leadership skills from Ameryst and Kelsey in terms of verbal communication, how you stress that in practice to keep kids talking in the days that there isn't much anymore.
Yeah, they both are very good at leading by example. Kelsey works as hard as any player I've ever been around. Ameryst, too, also. And Ameryst has a great feel for what we do and her knowledge of the game. So she always seems to be in the right place. And from the other part of it is we've both really worked with them and are pushing and challenging them to be more vocal leaders. And Ameryst is a captain this year, along with Kate Kraft and Kiana Holland. And so the expectation there will be that they can really give us some leadership. But, Kelsey being who she is, a lot of players look to her. All of our team have great respect for her. So and she has a great feel for the game. And so we're really trying to push her to speak up a little bit more because the kids will really follow her and listen to her.
Coach, thanks a lot for your time, and all the best this season.
Thank you.